how you doing? Look at that! Is that because of the jet that just went over the top of me that the wind has just picked up? I think it might be a little bit of a downwash from it. But hello and welcome to Big Jet TV. Hope you're doing well. We've got 2 7 left arrivals. We're catching them at the back of the stack. Something I did notice when I was at Sainsbury's a little while ago. Funny, I spent a lot of time there, funny enough. Was a little bit of adiabatic floofage going on. So we might get it on the descent. So let's just get on with the show. Hope you're well. Get on with your comments, folks. Get involved. And welcome to everybody around the world. Here we go. Here we go. And I've got my... I've got one hand in my pocket. Some cloud bust shots as well. Easy, son, easy, easy, easy. Oh, ho, ho. He drilled that one a little bit, didn't he? Is that 5mm drill bit? So anyone got any information on the old 777, the BEA 777 that Starmer flew out to India on, eh? Why did he take the Boris jet? Well, probably because it's known as that, isn't it? Mind you, it might have been on other exercises, but they got 321. It's a 321. Isn't the government 321 a long-range variant? I don't know if it would make India though, would it? But the 330 would. Ian Morrison, nice jowl. Nothing super about the jowl livery. It's just straightforward, and I just love it. I love it. Aaron Thomas Victor Charlie 10 Kaz. G'day, tuning in from Australia. Palpatine, Jowl Jail, Royal Blue Rich. I wish my Sainsbury's had planes, yes. Alien G, good afternoon. Nice to be back at the paddock with Jerry and the horses watching the landings. Becky Hale, good afternoon, tuning in for a few minutes. James Taylor Quartet. Catherine Apps, the railway plane enthusiast. $50, $40, $30, there it is. Interesting. I got my heights a bit wrong there, I think. The Nature Explorer, BEA is Andy Bishop, Ollie the Oxpecker. What's that? God, it has as well. Wow. Oh, I can't quite pick that out from here, man. But that's amazing. Roger's saying that the Saudia jet that was damaged has had its tail removed. Oh, that ain't going anywhere. Merlin's Little Adventures. Can't believe you're lying. My friend is due in on Virgin from Vegas in 10 minutes. There we go. We've also got a dear relative of one of our members, Richard the Roadie, flying in on... no one... You what? God, blimey. Easy there, mate. Okay, you need to go. That was a bit... Yeah, look, I wonder if you can pick it out. I doubt... You can, look. She ain't got no tail. Wow. Now, why would they remove the tail, the vertical stabiliser? We're not talking about the whole tail, but the vertical stabiliser. Why would they remove that based on the damage that from a yeah, a bit odd that. Let's just see if that's yeah, we got Richard the roadie, his is it his grandfather or someone who's flying in on the a civil engineer or ex-civil engineer flying into London Heathrow on the Singapore Slinger, folks. That's how to do it. Aidan Campbell, £5 super chat. Thank you both for the stickers, etc. Oh, I get nervous around people I admire, but great to see you and the A350 yesterday. Wife got to India safely. Nice to see you, Aidan. And yeah, thanks for coming by and saying hello. Never be nervous of meeting anyone. We're all human beings. We're all equal. There is no just because. You know, it really doesn't matter. You know, you are just as important as I am and anybody else. So never feel nervous to come up and say hello to me, folks, because it's wonderful to meet people and it's good to talk. Thank you, Aidan. Brian Marlon Caswa has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Brian. Oh, look at her, look. Come on, don't leave her like that until she retires, mate. Come on. You know you can do it. Wow, just oh, there she goes. Oh, nice. Lelo. Dandy Chickens, Penny Haskins. Aaron Thomas, that Gulf Air was the last to land before the switchover. James Taylor, Nature Explorer. Ian Hanna, good afternoon. Zach Joseph Plains. Steffi Quinlan. Bill Stephen, hope you can all hear me well, folks. Oh, that's that. Listen to that. Egypt Air triple star. On the push. Dale Hawks, yes. Come on, let's have some big jets. Okay, that's really sort of like. Can someone Google? Yeah. Why would they replace? Why would they remove the vertical stabiliser? Nice. Now you see sometimes, folks, you see that sort of like what looks like liquid flowing across the behind the aircraft. That's actually the vortex mixing with the hot exhaust that you're seeing there. Normally in very dewy conditions, you know, with the dew point being close, blah blah blah, to the temperature, that would be, you would be able to physically see that vortex, especially on 777s. Lemon Lady, good morning, Jerry, and all some kind of almost rowdy weather. Don't know, Lemon Lady. Graham Laidlaw. Oh, Graham Laidlaw, Starmer went with BA, who said they're putting a third daily flight to Delhi next year. There we go. Jassett will be the opposite to this, so next week, if they're on westerlies, then they will be going out after 3 o'clock of this runway. it's done. Penny Bateman went to Windsor yesterday. Clear shots of departures, flufage included. Well, we will catch some departures. Like I said, I did see... What's that about, Chile? Oh. Yeah. Nigel Coxon. Nature Explorer. There's still no info on the Saudi jet. Tony McCall. It was a charter BA that PM on the broad swan call sign rather than speed, but interesting. Thank you, Tony. I can't figure out why they do that. I mean, the aircraft was punctured. Doesn't matter where it was punctured. It wouldn't interfere with the tail plane, as in the vertical stabilizer. Just don't understand it. Horizontal stabilizer, perhaps I can understand. Bob Fleming here. Paul Willows has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Paul. It's very kind. Jonas Arneson, Jerry Swiss is getting delivery of the first 350 tomorrow from Toulouse. Thursday tomorrow. Wow. Close enough, you can see those wheels are completely still, not spinning. Oh yeah, wow, that's how you do it. Richard Joy, good afternoon. Major Ian, good afternoon, sir. Crazy. And Ian Hanna, Wizz Air expects issues with the PW1000 engines to affect their schedules until the end of 2027. Yeah, and that's the case with a lot of operators. Chilly, look. Just like his mummy. Just like his mummy, look. Almost identical markings, man. Nature Explorer, butter for that one. Richard, the roadie's tablet battery has run out. Yeah, I just don't understand it. Understand, not an unrelated repair. Even I've never ever seen a vertical stabilizer being removed on an aircraft. Even in other than obviously what I haven't seen. in terms of an aircraft in maintenance, perhaps. But even am I right in saying this? Even D checks on aircraft, heavy maintenance. They don't remove the vertical stabilizer. Wife loved the horses more than the airliners. It's easy to get hooked. Steph Bird 93 looks like the pony who galloped over the Rainbow Bridge. Ali Hill, Groovy Train, Deb Sherwood. Andy Bishop. Yes, Jilly's having a great game of whack-a-mole. James Taylor. Krugash LFC, loving the livery on the horses. Hey, Ali Hill, I did find my Mike Fluff. Go and look. There's a video of it. There's actually a video of it. We found it yesterday when we were driving out after Finnair. Is it 20% of Wizz's fleet that's going to be grounded? Did you see all the Spirit Airlines jets parked up at Phoenix as well, man? Wow, they've gone. No more banana jets for us when we fly over to America. Oh, yeah, they've gone, man. How crazy is that? A crazy thing to see. And you know what? It's another airline that's fallen foul of the whole engine problem with the Pratt & Whitney engine. There are a number of operators out there who are struggling big time because of the Pratt & Whitney issues. Look at you. James Taylor's having a fireplace installed. Get the fireplace bloke to watch it. Or woman. Maybe a woman. Yes. Who said that? Groovy Train, very funny. What I was absolutely amazed at, and I mentioned in the description, was that it was still there. It's just obviously got hung up on something. I mean, it's not like it's heavy; it's extremely light. You saw how it blew across the field. And when we were driving out of here yesterday, I said, right, I'm gonna retrace my tyre tracks and see if, and there it was. Because there's lots of little bits of poo everywhere, isn't there? So, and they all look very much like a fluffy Mike from a distance, obviously. Yeah. Hello, Tarantula. Deirdre Rabbit, good afternoon. It's a little bit odd. Kind of course, a lot of people will be like, well, hold on a minute, how come Air France is no problem with that? Well, there's three stages to the Pratt & Whitney issue. Stage 1, or A, is that there is no immediate issue with the engine. Stage B is there is a notable issue, but it can still run for a certain amount of cycles before it needs to go in. And stage C, obviously, are ones that have to be grounded and the engines have to come off. And I'm guessing that's the same with the Trent 1000 issues as well that BA and the likes are having. just yet, DJ Marky Mark. I'm looking out my office window and it doesn't seem that dark. Well, no, not really. They'll fix it, mate. Oh, 1, 2 and C, did I say that? Sorry. A, B and C, or 1, 2 and 3. No flies on you lot. Fred Robleski. Still watching Pigeon TV. Oh, well, Rob, stay on the Lemsip is all I can say. Lemsip is a comfort drink, isn't it? Look at the wheels, man. Look at the wheels. See the wheels, man. Oh, yeah. Big downwash. Mark Solomon. Ooh, vortex. Yes, do you know what? Mark Solomon is making a point there, Jilly, which isn't a silly point, but take the wings off. I don't know if you can get a 787. Oh, this is this the Slinger? Where is it, Emirates? It's the Slinger. Okay, we have got a very special person on this aircraft, folks. He's 77-year-old granddad of Richard the Roadie, or a relative. Sorry, it's his brother-in-law. Sorry, mate. Keith, his brother-in-law. I'm sure Keith will have a laugh about that, won't he? Wow! Did you hear that thing going over the top, man? All the engines. Oh, yeah. Andrew Hickinbottom. A lovely chonker. Let the floof begin. Look how flexed that wing is, man. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh. Jennifer Bailey, does anyone know if there's a size limit for aircraft? Well, not really. I mean, but obviously, size limit for airports, isn't it? Really. It's floof o'clock. Minutes for EK31, Aaron Thomas, thank you. 777 Lenny. Alpha Bravo. Didn't see that. Alpha Bravo, didn't see the Eva tail strike whilst initiating a go around at Taipei. Wow. David Cornelius, absolutely. And Richard, can I pass on my best wishes to your brother-in-law? Thank you. Getting on with it, aren't they? And Amph, you know what? It's weird because it is a little bit, you know, they are a little bit sketchy, some of these landings. Not all of them, obviously. That last one was a perfect example of a, but the wind is. Look at Socky up there. Look at him. Look. Variable kind of 2 miles an hour. You're looking very sorry. Aaron Thomas, August 2025, that Air France 250 was delivered. Well, that will be one with the revised Pratt & Whitney engines on it. Two knots, wow. Kev Miller switching to TV mode with chat on iPad. You know, it's funny because, well, it's not funny, but when I speak to people about, you know, amazing things in aviation that they've experienced, and there's a lot of stories I've heard of people after. In terms of their experiences and their and I just look at those Dreamliners. I just think of the. I just remember that time I came round that corner at Painfield when I was just driving around in the. Yeah, we're all talking about you, mate. Driving around in the rental car, and I came round a corner and everybody experienced it. Actually, they didn't really, did they? Because the camera was all wonky and the wrong angle. I think the breakers yard at Painfield, man, unbelievable. Every time I see a Dreamliner, well, not every time, but when I see them, just because there was but there was no Dreamliners in there. It was just the fact that some were crunched. I don't know why it makes me think of it, because there was a 747 in there, a 777. I don't know what was in the rig though. That might have been a 787 in the rig with its wings all pulled up. Crazy, man. Q, £1 super chat. Thank you, Alan. You see those ones, man. Rakav Virmani. Oh! Raghav, good afternoon, Jerry. Are you using new equipment? Your voice sounds so much clearer. Well, I don't know when the last time you watched this, Raghav, but no. we are, although I have switched to a dual mic, which means that I've got a mic pointing forward and a lavalier mic pointing back at me, both coming off the lavaliers, but I've got a lavalier attached to a lavalier, if you see what I mean. Miss Dog Lover, $1.99 super chat. Baby Horsey, so cute, yes. Oh, Erin Thomas, another 380 on fire. Let's see if we can pick her up on the slope. Visible yet. James Taylor, EK31, now turning finals. Stone Man, JD Stone, good to speak to you, mate. And I was going to see if your flight was good home. My flight yesterday to Philadelphia was a brand new 787-9. Yeah, look at that turning, man. From American, still the engine exhaust was still blue. Yeah. Do you know what? I think American use the Gen X engine. I think all American operators use the Gen X engine on their Dreamliners. When I first saw the exhaust on a Dreamliner, and I spoke to somebody about it. It was an engineer actually, and he said that the blue is not to do with heat. It's actually the way the engine is manufactured. Well, the exhaust tip, that is. I'm guessing that it is pre-blue on arrival, if you see what I mean, because I relate it to like motorcycle exhausts when they get very, very hot, especially a titanium exhaust. It turns blue and it stays blue. Rob LHR has gifted a channel membership. Thanks, mate. Aidan Campbell, EK31, net third to land. Ken Miller, funky finals. Got it, Raghav. Thank you. Loving the way the 380 just established itself, turning in to the back of the stack. Kev Miller now picking up wake and vortexes on approach. Well, obviously they'll space. This spacing will be a lot closer than the one behind the 380, obviously, for obvious reasons that thing creates a significant amount of wake turbulence. If you wonder what we're talking about here, folks, it's go and look at a boat on a lake. It's as simple as that, and see the wake that comes out of it. Even a small boat can cause a significant wake. Lapping up against the side of the pond. Alpha Bravo sent a channel membership. Thanks, mate. And I've had a rather important interview yesterday. I've put on some Big Jet TV to calm my nerves. Brilliant, Ananth. Retard, just drop the engine power. Here she comes. Hello, big leg. Fair old wake from a pedalo. Stu and the crew, exhaust tips are blue due to thermal oxidation. The titanium reacts with oxygen and nitrogen at high temps. An oxidized layer is formed which appears blue. There we go. And that is created during the manufacturing process, I believe. Certainly on the Rolls-Royce engine, I've been told. Oh, 777 Lenny. Chester. Oh yeah. Oh wow. That's a big. He's going to get a big tick on his name for his landing there, or her landing. I tell you, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Wow. Yeah, that's one. That one's going down in the logbook, isn't it? Especially if they've got a check captain on board. Fatboy Twin on hypermarket. Blue colour will fade if the car isn't running at maximum temperature for a long time. Yeah. It's just a beautiful. Oh, hello. Let the floof begin. So I'm guessing the dew point and temperature are relatively close together. Maybe not at max, but oh! Jonathan Smith is a returning premium member. Welcome back, Jonathan. James Dayton, Kansas Modification Center in Wichita are looking to develop a P2FX passenger to freight aircraft with a 787. Flight Global. Interesting. Wow. Really now? Sorry about that. Got me a bit excited on the old Zoom there. Wow, a passenger in Wichita. Well, they'll be easy to contact, when they Kansas Modification Center. Oh, GP, we got to look them up, haven't we? Fair play. I mean, you can. Well, again, I was going to. It hasn't, has it? Kansas Modification Center. Let's get hold of them, because that's an interesting one to. Yeah. So they're considering it, or are they definitely doing it? Looking to develop a P2F. Okay, right. Interesting. Kev Miller, Archie, listen to her scream. John Grinham, DC9. Rohit Parkal was always wondering why there were no 787 freighter versions. Rohit, well, the reason why is because the 777-200. I'm amazed to hear that. isn't it easier to convert a 777-200 than a 787? I mean, you're talking about cutting into carbon there, and therefore potentially weakening the. You'd have to seriously reinforce the interior, because I mean, I know the fastenings on each segment of the 787. I mean, that's interesting. Squopy 787s on parade, so you can imagine a 787 freighter. It will probably be, I'd imagine it would be an 8 and not a 9, but I might be wrong. But I just feel that the 8 would probably work better in terms of the fuselage length and the least amount of pressure being exerted or stress on the fuselage segments, because obviously you've got the back end of the fuselage, which is called the empennage, which fastens, I think, just around or meets the I think it's just there forward of the horizontal. Oh, sorry. So obviously the freight door would be on the left-hand side and not on the right-hand side. All freight doors are on the left-hand side. Beautiful. Michael Bodnar, yeah, indeed. I don't understand the logic behind it. Should we put it that way? Let me just have a look here. There we go, James Dayton. The article states they're looking at the 787-8 for conversion. Okay. Comments, it's where the window is missing. Ah, okay. So forward of the aft door. Okay, it's where the window. Okay. Interesting. Because on quite a few Dreamliners, you can actually see. It depends on, especially on the. There, you can see the join there, just aft of that door there. See the join, but on some Dreamliners, depending on the Kenyan Airways one and a couple of others, Air India Dreamliners, are very tatty, and you can clearly see where the joins are, and they're not flush, which is peculiar. It's almost like they've got filler around them, you know. I mean, the tolerances when they put those things together are microns, literally. Forget also that I would question the integrity of converting a carbon, mind you. Creating a carbon freighter like what they're doing with Airbus is one thing, because obviously you're reinforcing the aircraft from the build point, from ground up. Whereas to convert an aircraft, if you see them before they get painted, when they come out of the workshops, you'll see them that there's a lot of reinforcement to the floor, because they have to fit the new flooring in there, which has to be fastened to the sides. Basically replace the floor of the cabin with actually they may attach it to the floor of the cabin, but then that would be a lot of weight, wouldn't it? Because that existing, I'm sure they replace the floor cabin, or actually no, they wouldn't, would they? The cabin floor. I think all the seats would come out, the carpet would come up, all the fixings would come out, and the floor of the cabin would be converted with the freight system, which is where all the electrical components to move the freight around the cabin, etc., etc. Aidan preamble, Boeing uses automated tape laying to manufacture large composite sections by precisely layering carbon fibre tape, yes. Whereas the Airbus uses a different procedure of manufacturing their fuselages. Nothing yet, Swedish car spotter. Still massively confused about the you could not fit a full 787-9 fuselage into a Dreamlifter, could you? You couldn't. I don't think so. I think they're limited to probably 2/3 maybe of the fuselage, but not the whole thing. But I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it, why they would remove the tail. Unless, of course, they were going to... But can you remove the wings of I mean, I'd imagine that you could, if you needed to remove the wing, you couldn't do that kind of thing. Wow, man. How did they do that out in the open as well? Well, there's so many questions that have to be asked. Stu and the crew answering a very old question there by Jennifer. I think she asked about is there a limit to the size of aircraft you can have? Well, there isn't. Like he says, as long as proportionately the wings are the right size, dimension, and aerodynamically it works. Empennage plays a big part, of course. Engines need to be the right power, but yeah, there's no real restriction. But the biggest restriction, of course, is being able to steer it around an airport and park it at the gate. So that's why the 777-9 has the folding wing tip, because they've extended that wing on the 777-9 and made it massive. Yes, very high pressure water jets indeed, to cut the windows and other orifices on production. Yes, Paula. Incredible technology. I've seen it being used in quite a few industries actually, but the way they use those laser cutters or water cutters is phenomenal. How you can cut through a decent amount of alloy using water jet power is just phenomenal. The technology, I mean, it's true point. Yes, the weight of the aircraft. They have to reinforce taxiways and the runway touchdown point or the touchdown zone. Yeah, Thomas flying 777 freighter in the sim. John Grinner, great sound from the A320-200. Here's another one. Well, Lord Geeker, that's a good question. The ultimate goal for efficiency is the wing. That's what's the most important thing when you're designing an aircraft, is the wing. And as you can see, look how pointy that wing is. It's like a glider wing in a way, you know, and that just means that they can, wow, nice bit of vortex. Look at heat from that previous jet. Yeah, the wing is such a key component in the whole operation of an aeroplane, and that's why these aircraft have such big high aspect ratio wing. Maximise not just the lift but also its efficiency at altitude. One of those wings being so impressive is the Dreamliner. Watch the wing deflex as they touch down. Watch the wing deflex now. Here it goes. There. Oh man, that is just crazy, isn't it? 11 feet of flex there, folks, or thereabouts. Archie. The sound? Why are you blowing it up? Merlin's Little Adventures. That was my friend on the Virgin flight had already landed, yet it was still tracking it in the air. The flight around must have some serious lag going. Oh, was that your mate? Was it? Was that his mate on the 787 that we just caught? Or was that? Because if he's seeing it land and then watching it land, yeah, there is a significant amount of lag. Lord Gee can never not be amazed at that. Jedi Master Joe. Well, we joke to say the wing says few, as in now relax. But actually, these wings, the happiest they are is in flight. Stand by, GP. Hello. Hey. Can I call you after the show, Bridget? What's your name again? Yeah, I'll call you after the show. See ya. What's going on? What's going on? What's that, Jelly, you were saying? Oh, okay. Somebody's saying there, didn't they try to bend the 787 wing about 7 metres before it was about to snap, Aidan Campbell? I think they actually had trouble. I don't know where I heard this from, and I tend to, try my hardest to get, good quality information. And the people that I talk to generally aren't like blokes down the pub. Oh yeah, 80 metres flex it's got. But I'm led to believe that it's about 11 metre flex, but when they tried to break the wing, because when you develop a new aircraft, especially a ground-up aircraft in terms of, a new design, a fresh design. Obviously, when you're going through the test phases and the certification phases, you obviously need to test everything on that aircraft. And one of those tests is that the aircraft will be mounted in a jig or a rig, which has multiple points on both wings, and it'll hold the fuselage in position and pull the wings up, which we saw in Painfield, which was just fantastic. Yeah, and I am led to believe, actually Paula might know, because Paula does know her stuff, but that I was led to believe that when they went to do the flex test, as in the maximum breakage test on the 787 wing, they couldn't actually break it, because the equipment only went up to a certain point and it wouldn't go any further. It is Avro Arrow, it is family when you try. My own sister and whatever. Oh, okay, Kev Miller. Is that a helicopter on approach? Oh, going in on 27 right, GP. Is there an emergency helicopter around somewhere, perhaps? So Airline 320, thank you, Airline 320. I'm just reading this. First of all, I was under the impression that the aircraft was struck by a catering vehicle. I heard that it was around the door. Now I'm hearing Airline 320 sounds feasible. The 787 apparently has no tail. Where did you get this from, Airline 320? Has no tail as a result of a service truck colliding with rear portion of the fuselage, like I said, but it was like a lot further forward than the tail of the plane in May over at T4, and the tail was removed for easier inspection. I can't see that. I just don't see that, because it's not like where the connection of the tail is by using brackets on the tail section for the vertical stabilizer. Obviously the rudder is hung from the tail, but where the tail meets the fuselage, it doesn't go down into the fuselage, not by any great distance anyway. The major components are two huge O brackets. Oh, here we go. We're back again. Why are you listening to me, GP? Paula Collins wingbox has a lot more titanium straps and strengthening within it. That was originally planned. Paula Collins saying on the 787 wingbox has a lot more titanium straps and strengthening within it. That was originally planned. Okay, I'm with you. So that's the reason for such a strong wing. Wow, that's incredible, man. So it's even stronger because it had more titanium straps and strengthening within it than was originally planned. Thank you, Paula. Okay. Is it? That's very peculiar. How's the sound coming through, folks? How's the sound coming through? Let's take a little bit of a vote on this, shall we? Because we're having some people who we haven't seen before making a note that very interesting, because we haven't changed the mic setup at all. Nigel Gale, 359, Malaysian 359, cracking livery, now leaving Lambourne stack at 8,000 feet due in 7 minutes. Thank you for that, Nigel. Just boot him down the road, mate. Just boot him down the road. Don't need people like that coming along, talking crap like that. See you later, mate. Thanks for, everything, and we'll see you later. Paul Gator is a returning first class member. Welcome back, Paul. Nice to see you. 10 out of 10 I'm hearing from everyone. Loud and clear in Hannah. I don't need to make any more point about that. That's thank you everybody for your feedback. Appreciate it. No, we just had some goon on here, that's all. See you, mate. You're so obvious when you come on and do something like that, mate. Yeah. Go and listen to something else then, mate, or clear your ears out, or... Yeah, of course it sounds windy because we're outside. Not blustery windy, does it? This is a cracking livery and all. Look at the wheels. Do you get to see those? Anyone watching on like a big screen TV or something? But I'm only seeing this on a tiny little monitor. But when I'm setting up and I look up and I watch these things come over the top of me, I look up and I look at the wheels and the fact that they're perfectly still. I can see all the brakes and all the calipers and all that kind of stuff. Are you able to see that, folks? When I stay a little bit tight on it. Andy Barchaw, thank you. I mean, I'm right next to a road, folks. When people say a bit louder than normal, but we do go to different positions around, which sometimes has a little bit louder than, like the Renaissance has nothing like this. This is a main two lane dual carriageway, more or less, right in front of me here, obviously with speed restrictions and all that, but even so, tyres on tarmac are a terrible noise pollutant, aren't they? It's not the engines of the cars that you hear very much. It's more it's the sound of the tyres on the tarmacadam. Blair's tuning in from his garage, or garage, as we should say. Always remember that when I lived in America. Yeah, I got one in me garage, mate. You got one in your what? Me garage. Your garage? What's a garage? Where the cars are parked? Oh, you mean a garage? No, it's a garage. Anyway, so BBLB, howdy from the garage. Have Jerry on the TV while I grind nuts off an old car. Perfect Wednesday morning with Big Jets. Nice, good job that. I enjoy that sort of thing. Nuts, rusty nuts off car. Interesting. So that must be some kind of a replacement, pardon me, component, or must be. Some kind of modification, or won't be able to hear very much. Not with a grinder going. He's alright. He's alright. Yeah, it's a bit odd, isn't it? And, John Gibson, amazing to watch on a 65-inch TV. Wow, man! I got to get me some of that, man. Okay, let's go deep on the undercarriage on this triple, yeah. See if we can. See if you can. Graham T is a returning member. Welcome back, Graham. There's your downwash. You're going to get a bit of wind there. Wow. Mr. E could even see the nuts. Was that cool? Wow. Thanks for the feedback, folks. Malaysian 350 going rogue. Interesting. Rusty joints, fluid vortices are superb today. Conditions must be just right. Well, yeah, it's just the... Okay. It's just that the wind is sort of like a northwesterly, is that right? So it's carrying that heat nicely across into the vortex. It's almost like jelly, or it is beautiful. I see exactly what you mean. Happens around about now normally. Aileen G, my TV is 37 inches and the undercarriage of the jets is clearly visible. Wow. It's like you could put your arm up and touch it, Aileen. That is fantastic. Thank you for that feedback. Martin Nixon, sometimes. Depends on the direction of the weather, winds. Quiet is that, man. Now, if you're going to build a third runway, appease the locals by saying that that's the only type of jet. Actually, you know what they could do? They could put the big stuff on the third runway, yeah, and reserve these, well, the 27 right and 09 left for these type of aircraft. Because then you are literally really working with the local community. Oh, look at this! Here we go. Malaysian is T4 indeed. Look at this beautiful plastic aeroplane here, man. See how little flex there is? It appears, but that's not the case. These wings flex up too. It's just a different style of wing from Airbus compared to Boeing. Nicely done. Beautiful. Peter, mate, probably not. It probably won't. The thing is that the third runway is privately funded. But it involves a serious amount of legislation, paperwork, logistics, all that kind of stuff. I mean, they're talking now about moving the M25, which, yeah, it's a stretch. It could potentially work. I don't know why they don't just build a tunnel. Why don't they just build a tunnel? That means all you've got to do is build a bridge. You've got to build a bridge, and then you know, I'd say it's a lot easier than, actually, that is what they're doing. They're just going to build a bypass section of the M25 so that they can use that section whilst they're building the bridge, I believe, to minimise the disruption. Aaron Thomas, that KLM jet would have been a F100 many years ago, yes. What I'm saying is, if you look at the north of Heathrow and look at the amount of housing on approach to, wow, let's say quarter of a mile north of the Northern Bath Road perimeter road. You'll see there's a lot less built up area to the north of the airfield. So you could potentially use the third runway for the big noisy stuff until obviously it's all quiet, and then use the middle runway, which would be 27 centre, which is 27 right now, because that is the one that approaches and would depart over housing, a lot more denser built up area. Rajadas, thank you. Love handsome, fourth to land. Phil Robson, you got it. Well, it'll be a tunnel like they've got here at Heathrow. Obviously a lot better built with much better. I love the way they do that sometimes. Looks like it's going to slam into the ground and then they just save it beautifully. 747 photo over the top. Whereabouts are we talking? I've got broken cloud over the top of my boat. Oh no, that's not her. Which way is she travelling? Very small window above me. Penny Haskins been lurking. Charlotte and Joe Whitfield. We've had a few sketchy landings, Charlotte and Joe. Jeff in Mass tuning in from Boston, Massachusetts. Key Boss. Suhos. Swiss Tony. Oh, yeah. Like a beautiful woman. See through those engines, man. I think they deserve ultra high bypass term given to them rather than just high bypass, because high bypass been around a long time. Rolls-Royce, CF6 engines, RB211s were classified as high bypass engines. But these ones are mega bypass. Ruben Bengazes, hola, from beaches in sunny Spain. He's in multiple beaches, is he? Watching the show on the beach. There you go. Oh yeah, you lucky so-and-so. Mind you, I'm not a big one for, just mind you with the water lapping up against it. Yeah, with headphones on as well. Ooh, nice, yeah, I can do that. I get bored very quickly though. Like Alan Partridge's and his relaxing video or audio book, whatever it was he got. Right the way through these GTFs, man. Pratt Whitney PW 1300 Gs? No, 1100 Gs, I think. Yeah, look, man, you see the bleeding fan blades for crying out loud. Isn't sunny Spain in this part of Spain? Oh dear. Let's talk about the sun. It's just come out of it. Paul Collins Gen X engines on the Dash 8 Intercontinental have bleeds for air conditioning and other systems plus anti-ice. No aircraft system bleeds on the 787. Yeah, ice boxes are all, everything's fixed in the belly of the aircraft, isn't it? But interesting. So when the aircraft is in flight, here we go, try. So when the aircraft is in flight, the hydraulic systems are being powered by the engines, one of the engines. I always remember there, you know, on the old Lancaster bomber, the number one engine was the when you start the engines from scratch, it's always first engine starts up, unless you're talking about 747, but they do the twin engine starts on the jumbos, man. Love that at Anchorage, man, on the 747-8 intercontinental number. 1 and 2, then 3 and 4, I think it was. Or is it the other way round? It's 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2, isn't it? On the -8, those big UPS jumbos. Just fantastic. So at around about 30 feet, when the system calls out, 30. There's the flare. And then you pull the throttles back to the idle position and let the aircraft just sink, but not bang sink. You're controlling it with the elevators. You're controlling that last little couple of feet before the final touchdown, the moment of touchdown. And that's where the skill really comes in. That last sort of like 30 feet. Another 220. By looks of it, another Swiss Tony. EK3 ETA's 1844 Aidan Campbell. See the Pratt & Whitney inner lining there. Wow, they are so quiet, aren't they, man? Got a bloody decibel reader at home. Merlin's Little Adventure. It would have gone feral. Yeah, well. Have you all seen the video on YouTube that I uploaded last night? Go and have a look. A bit of fun, but very surprised that we found it. Bosch clock on the Swiss and then. Oh, Justin. It's got to be the Comet 4B, loudest aircraft I've heard, although Spantax Coronados, yeah. Yeah, I remember the Spantax Coronados at Gatwick, man. Aleutian IL-62s and stuff like that, though. But I tell you what, that DC-9 those DC-9s at Anchorage can pack a punch, mate, in terms of the noise. especially when you're behind them when they're powering up to go out. And then of course as they come past you, they're very quiet when they're coming towards you, but wow, once they've gone past you, the engine sound is just it's thunderous, and you can hear it for a long time as well. I always remember when I was a kid, you know, aircraft coming out of Gatwick, they'd be coming over my village, which was down in Sussex, a long way. Mind you, Gatwick is in Hawley, isn't it? Surrey, is it? I think it's Gatwick's in Surrey, isn't it? But anyway, it's very close to Sussex, but yeah. But anyway, I was a long way away from. I lived a long way. I used to ride my bicycle up there when I was a young lad. But the 111s, man, you could hear them for a good couple of minutes. Smoking then. Lufty 380 posse directly south of you, James Saylor saying. Won't see it, James. These old engines, man. The old IAEs. Tell you what though, mate, great startup sound, the old IAEs, don't they? Yeah! Jab it like it's hot. Kev Miller, West Sussex, thank you. FSC Warrior, the old VC-10 was pretty amazing too, yeah. Noisy aeroplane, 707 with Conway engines on it. Jazz found videos on YouTube from the 80s and 90s. Oh my goodness me, there are some great ones out there, aren't there? I'll tell you another one you might want to watch, which features some very old video from Ostend, which used to be mega busy with freighters. But that's worth a watch. And what's his name again, Jilly? The fella that does the videos from Ostend. Or has uploaded them. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Patrick Vereke. There we go. Just search Patrick. I think it's Vereeke or something. Vereke or. But if you search Patrick and then type in VER, it'll come up on YouTube. But or write it down. Just write it down. Okay, tight gear shot. Here we go. I love these old BA. Oh, VEREECKE. Spinner on that engine. Very British, don't you know? Yeah. Beautiful, man. Oh, that's funny. Rob LHR, the North Terminal, is in Surrey, apparently, of Gatwick Airport. The unmistakable profile of an Airbus A350. No, sorry, 339, my apologies. Saw it from a distance, but no, as soon as I came up close to it, immediately it's a 339, isn't it? Big, droopy undercarriage, the ski jumper, the modern ski jumper, the CEO, the NEO, new engine option, big Trent 7000 engines on it. Much more sort of like Trent style technology, but big fan. a perfect example. There's a perfect example of the front set of gear coming down after the back set. That was just, looks like a tyre blowout, doesn't it? Looked like a tyre blowout, mate. Have you got... Have a little look, have a little look. Another one, look. There's another one. Oh, look at that. Double bubble 339s. Just too late. Timestamp it for me though then, Jilly, then. Timestamp it for me, please. Yeah, so what you're seeing here, folks, is see how droopy the undercarriage. The gear is cranked up. The front cart is cranked up about 20 degrees. So it's the back set that comes in first. Pilot feels it. You just feel it. It's part of the feel. But then the natural part of it is for the front set to come down. And watch this. It's all done through the... cart. Heels in. There they go. Back set. Now roll it and bang. There you go. Look at that, man. Nigel Gale, first VS339 from Lagos, and this one from Riyadh. Wow, Riyadh, eh? Riyadh, eh? Interesting. How long have they been flying to Riyadh then? Forgive my ignorance if I am like, mate, they've been flying there for 3 years, man. Okay. How many heavy landings? It is something that we've discussed before, but most of these tyres can last a very long time. Obviously there's a visual inspection from the pilots to make sure there's no big chunks out of the tyre. Of course, these tyres are not they don't have the same design. They just have straight lines through, like 3 or 4 lines through the circumference of the centre of the tyre, as opposed to a patchwork like we see on cars. And the reason for that is obviously these things are only designed really to go in a straight line at speed. Interesting, really. Riyadh Air this month, and it's on a Sunday. Wow, we need to contact them, mate. Do they have a London contact? Well, they've put that into service quickly, haven't they? Dreamliner, yeah, obviously. Oh, Jeffrey Phillips, there we go. Been flying to Riyadh since March 2025. Thank you. Aidan Campbell, first time, 30th of March. Thank you, guys. Fraser saw a lovely Saudia cargo 747 on the taxiway when we lined up. Where was that, Leslie? Mark Ashall flying out on Saturday from Heathrow to Nassau, BA 253. What time's that one, Mark Ashall? Keep an eye on that, GP, maybe an extra. Thomas Cleary, £2 super chat, thanks mate. Couple of Rosie Lee on me. It's interesting because the 777 cart, which is also heel in, as in heel as opposed to toe, like the 767, you would expect, because that's a long set of gear as well, isn't it? It's longer than the A330, I think, maybe they're the same length, but you would expect the 777 to drag and then back set first and then sort of like front set, but it's very quick on the 777, as you will see. Oh, Leslie Fraser was on VS243. So obviously the Saudi 747 in here at Heathrow. Suho, China from Taiwan, that was. Yeah, so March 25. So I'm not that sort of like clueless in terms of that Riyadh service with Virgin. So I wonder what that will be for Virgin in terms of Riyadh Air flying direct. I've just had a thought. I seem to remember somebody saying that Virgin Atlantic were flying to Riyadh in order to keep their slots because of them losing or not being able to fly to another destination. Oh, it's Tel Aviv, that was it, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's Tel Aviv, yeah. Plymouth Phil, go and have a look on YouTube and look at our video uploads. You will see an update regarding the dead cat. Chris Clark has gifted a channel membership. Thanks, Chris! Kevin Miller, Jerry's Muff came home. Tell you what, this is prime sunset material. This is right here. We are going to get one spectacular golden hour, folks. Virgin Atlantic Chief Executive Shay Vice confirmed he has no plans for the carrier to start a short-haul operation or return to Gatwick. Okay, so two different things there. A short-haul operation and or a return. It's too competitive, mate. It's too competitive these days. The short-haul market or the especially the low-cost carrier market, because all the slots are taken, aren't they? All the Arnolds are taken. Yeah, it was most. You're right there, mate. That's my favourite. That is. He's my friend. You see him? Oh, sorry. Oh. Thanks for that. You naughty old say. Where's that other one? I think it's him here. I think it's this one here. Here he comes, look. Here he comes. You all done, mate? He's very tame. He's very tame, that horsey. Got one of the foals as well. Yeah, thanks, Alex. St. Martin in September. Tell you what, I have also got for the winter, folks. I don't know if anybody else suffers from it, but actually these goggles that I bought, because during the winter or with cold wind blowing, as we've had recently, a bit of a chilly wind, when you start out in the morning standing on top of this van with the wind howling through your glasses, you can't help but cry. Not physically and emotionally, but your eyes just naturally water and tears flow down your cheeks. So what I did was I bought I bought 3 pairs of glasses, protective glasses with side protection on it, and a pair of goggles, which actually have notice on the paperwork says no crying during a war. No, you see, I needed something that I could use that went over my glasses, and I've used my motocross goggles before, but they weren't ideal. They were quite cumbersome, and the fit wasn't perfect. But I tell you what, these ones. Anybody notice anything interesting, unusual about that Dreamliner down there? I'm gonna go and chop that. Chop that leaf off there. Just nip it off. It's got no tail. It's crazy. Intrigued. Anyway, J-Mate, that's called dry eye, believe it or not. It's going crying. Krugel, hello to you. Leslie Fraser. Interesting, Leslie. I think you don't really expect from I thought Saudi Arabia was a very strict upbringing for their youngsters. Wow, that surprises me, Leslie. They gave the cabin crew a hard time. Wow. It's got no tail, Alex Hill. Yeah. Max Thompson. No, she ain't no glider. She's got her engines on her. Do what? Yeah, no. But my latest gloves are. No. Oh yes. Look at it. Yeah. Oh, mummy, look. Yes. Oh, cute. And it's a little chunky one as well. It's a little mini fold. Yeah, no, they are to go on the panning arm, Jilly, so that I can still operate the zoom thing during the winter, because otherwise this thing's going to get very cold. Yeah. Turkish 333. Let's go on. Just needed something. Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, but it's only one arm, innit? But the other thing is that I've got one arm free. I've got my right hand free. I'll just put it in a mitt. Well, it actually has to be in a glove that I can scroll on my telephonic communication device. Ryan at Anchorage. Alex Hilton, I do have a new Zoom thingy. I'm going to have to do a little review of it, aren't I, Jelly? Because people are So basically what it means, folks, is I don't have to touch the camera. The camera is now permanently covered with his little raincoat on, so he's nice and cozy and warm. And I've got this remote zoom toggle, which is nice and chunky, and it fits to my panning arm. So my right hand, which would normally be used on the zoom toggle on the camera, is now in my pocket. And my left hand is controlling the zoom toggle. So you can go deep like this, and it's got a great feel to it as well. It's not all sticky, it's got a lovely motion to it. As soon as I got back, I bought another one on online. What a flipping heck, son! So I gave him 2 stickers when I was recently in Anchorage. So where did I meet him? At Moose Hill or down at Angel Hill? Angel Point, sorry. No. Yes, there was somebody else. It might be the big fella. Was it? Oh, okay. No. I don't know. Andy Barchaw, great device, works well. It is. Indeed, Avro Arrow. Is it called Raspberry? Oh, yeah, because it's on Raspberry Road, isn't it? Go on, mate. There you go. But there's the other one as well, isn't there, Jelly? The one that we haven't named yet. The one down on the right-hand side. Look, little friends, look, Jilly. Learning early how to give each other a scratch. Look at his fluffy ears, mate. Sorry, max time. Look at those beautiful winglets, man. I love those split scimitar wingtips on the Max. Handbag Hill, yes. Yes. Interesting. Anyway, hello to you. What was his name, Jilly? Brian. Hello, Brian. Hello. You've been rolling around in the dirt, haven't you, mate? Yes, you have. Yeah, this is a little bit more, mate. A little bit more. All right. Okay, go on then. Yeah, you're telling me it was a nail biter, Odette. God. You know, I didn't actually realise it was as long as it was. When you told me it was an hour between when we, yeah, it was over an hour, yeah. That was beautiful. I think I was so quiet because I was kind of planning what would be happening the next day in terms of going to the embassy and oh god, oh dear, oh nice, Vietnam Airlines. Dazza B90. Oh, Dazza B, I know, mate. It is a shame. Leslie Fraser has gifted 5 channel memberships. But I tell you what, we can all watch old stuff as well together on YouTube, can't we? Interestingly enough, I've spoken to Patrick Variki, haven't I? He's actually given permission for us to use his footage. When I say use it, I'm talking about doing a reaction video to it or playing it out on our live stream to everybody. Yin Condor, I think it is. Yin Yuan Condor. Hello to you. Good day. Is it Yin-E or Yin-Yil? Oh, Yin. Okay. Yin Iguana Condor. There we go. Probably. Chris Clark. Oh my goodness me, yes, Concorde did deliver a great... Oh look, is this Finnair? I think it is. Hello! Now the profile of this undercarriage, now you can see that the undercarriage is perfectly angled for the flare. So theoretically, the perfect flare like that means that all wheels come down at the same time, even on the 1000. See if these guys are paying any attention, because she's watching on her phone. He's just realised that we're on. Let's just see if she no, she's videoing. She's videoing. Oh, don't go too far, mummy. Oh yeah, here we go. HCC. Finnair are great. Matthew Lewis. This is Iberia. You'll be surprised how big the freight operations are of these major airlines, you know. I was very surprised to hear that the models that fly in, that come in for Aviation Retail Direct, all come via Finnair. How about that? From, they did say where it was from, and I'm trying to remember, Xinjiang or Xinjiang or... Look at the smile on his face, mate. Yeah, Aidan Campbell, people will be walking along the road from Hatton Cross bus station, stop and wait for an A380 and then walk on. How can you not be so amazed by such a big piece of flying machinery? Really? Jeff in Mass. My dad was the last person to push back Concorde at Manchester. Oh wow, did they do something special? The final flight out of Manchester, wow. Oh man, that should have been recorded, shouldn't it? Just got his memory for it. Did they do anything special or, maybe even have a water salute or water cannon salute. I like that bird, man. Flare trades, as in the flare, trades off kinetic energy. In other words, the forward motion, I think, providing that last bit of cushioned lift against ground effect and reduced velocity. Okay, so that's not the velocity then, it's the kinetic energy. Is that force? It's going to be some kind of force, isn't it? But I see exactly what you mean. You can see at the flare point around about 30 feet on the A320 when the systems call out the numbers 50, 40, 30. At that point, you put a little bit of back pressure on the stick. Very minimal amount, but at the same time bringing the throttles back to the idle position so that the aircraft, it's the timing between, that's the skill, this last 30 feet right there, and then that little bit, nice. I mean, probably a little bit hard on the right side, but in general it's perfect, wasn't it? There were 10,000 people at the viewing park when Concorde took off for the last time. Wow, 2003. Spooky Cindy got a 250 Virgin 350-1000 today. It's one of those you put together, it can go alongside my ETA Airways 350-900. Nice. I see what you mean, yeah. Kit you take out the box and put the wings on, maybe put the engines on as well. We're going to get some of those models are really good, aren't they? Those snap togethers, aren't they? I think Graham T has gifted a channel membership. Thanks, Graham. Best mates, those two, aren't they? I'm just going to rest my head on you, mate. Flex. Dazzle B, is Myrtle Avenue worth a visit when they're on 09s? You know what? It is actually. Obviously, you can, if you're over this way, then or able to get yourself over to the Thistle, then set yourself up and pre-book a meal at the Thistle, and then go and sit out on the deck and watch the arrivals. But departures out of this point, we've done it before many times. Did it way back in the early days with the jumbos coming out. It's a great shot, but it's a great shot for me. For you, what happens is actually, in some ways, it's really quite action-packed in terms of when they come hammering over the top, if they're low, that is. Watcher Globemasters and A400s flying at 400 to 500 feet around Shaftesbury and Gillingham in Dorset. Interesting. Ian Campbell, £2 super chat. Not as fun as being there, but very close. Loving it. Very light winds. I'd say no more than 4 miles an hour, if that. Nice. Korean 777-300, 30 minutes out, Paul Skilling. Is that the new livery, perhaps? Yeah, the old socks, very. It's probably a downwash from that jet, to be honest. But look, no more than 5 knots. I think one segment is 5 knots, isn't it? Remember him the other day? He's probably still resting, I'd imagine. He had a great workout the other day. Those lovely old sheds over there, folks. Used to park the Tridents in there. I think that's the engine shop as well, where the engines are. Well, I remember seeing pictures of, like, you know, Conways being worked on in there, man. Thanks, Dave Hurst. Simon Harding. So there's a bit of a downwash. That's interesting, isn't it? Just getting the downwashes from the jets, because there's no other wind anywhere on the field that I can see. He's so little. Look at him next to though. Not much bigger than a bleeding Alsatian or something. Crazy. Steph Bird, we didn't manage to catch up with Seung Kyung Lee. We put a message out to him and heard nothing from him. We know he was down in London. Heard nothing from him since. Hope he's all right. Merlin's Little Adventures. Watching Concorde take off from the side of the runway at Farnborough Air Show was the most incredible experience. You felt it through your whole body. Oh yeah, and you did also with the Vulcan. That was an insane departure with the Vulcan. But the hoping to do something with the guys down at Filton in Bristol to celebrate next year's anniversary of Concorde's first flight with British Airways. Mark Ashall. Yeah, we're seeing that, Mark. We're looking at that as a possibility. So departures, that'll be out of this runway, won't it? Drive up to the gate and open the gate, just drive in the thing, just do a long range shot of him lining up and going out, maybe something like that. SO station, Jilly. SO station. And just park up down at the SO station. You're allowed 30 minutes there, aren't you? Oh, look, he's nearly angry, getting stamping his feet. Look at me. Oh, yeah. Scratch your bum. Yes. Jonathan Porterfield. Vulcan would set everything off, wouldn't it? Flipping it. Early days of car alarms as well, man, when they weren't as reliable as they are now, with very sensitive. Still get it at the Renaissance sometimes with departures going out. Oh, Paul Skilling, they're on 9s at the weekend and into next week. Interesting. Okay, nothing on approach. Is it? Oh, what? Because they might be on 9s. My mummy, that is. Oh, is it? Well. Oh, you angry? Having a little strop. Went on Bournemouth from went on Concorde from Bournemouth. Easy for you to say. Went on Concorde from Bournemouth. Wow. See it all closing. Sticking close to mummy, look. She's identical as well, look. Oh, careful now. Yeah, it's the little one, yeah. I think it was all legs when we first saw it, but it's definitely turned into a bit of a chonk, hasn't he? Yes. Yes. Yeah. You want to take me home, don't you? You want to take me home. Well, you can't. Mum's got dreadlocks, look. We're jamming. Wow, Alan Q SR71 Blackbird at Farnborough. Wow. Weather Watcher, I can confirm Bournemouth had Concorde flights. What, a regular service, or was it the those sightseeing flights maybe? Wow, Gina Graham saw Concorde land at Palma on its round the world tour. Breathtaking. Oh my goodness me, I bet it was. Come and build a little shed then, James Taylor. Yeah, Dave Hurst, any fences on here. It's horrendous, isn't it? Weather Watch, a regular service from Bournemouth. Wow. I never knew that, mate. I never knew that. I only thought it was Heathrow, man. because they did do sightseeing tours, didn't they? Paul went on one, didn't he? That was out of Heathrow. I mean, imagine being on that thing and just being sort of like just behind the engine, and you see this red glow, man. Blimey, come on! James Small flying out to New York December 1st, my birthday, on BA 185. James Small. Well, I usually do a show on my birthday, don't I? So email us, James, contact@bigjet.tv. Is it? Okay. Well, if anything, we'll do a driving show. They're not Shire horses, Sarah. I think they're just ponies. I think they're just they're cobs. Yeah, cobs. COBS, not cogs. Mr. E, the B1B was the loudest. Oh, okay, so they were charter flights, yeah. No, yeah. Now it makes sense. New 321 Golf Tango November Echo India on delivery for BA halfway across the English Channel, Roger Norseworthy. Oh, cool. Let's put this one out tonight, Gilly, yeah? Welcome to your new home at British Airways, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's see if we can get it to number one, folks. So you're looking out, yeah. You're looking out. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Roger Norseworthy. You guys have got so much knowledge, man. I love the way you just bring stuff up. It's like, you know, we're very lucky to have so many great people on the channel who give us info, feed us with info. Feed me. Right now, I've got a flask of coffee. Okay, so let's get Golf Tango November Echo India. So what's the flight number on it? It's going to be D or something. Is it delivery or? All the way from Toulouse, ladies and gentlemen. Big G's nan did a sightseeing trip on Concorde in the early 80s from Gatwick over the North Sea to go to Supersonic and back. She had a silver Concorde pin badge to commemorate. Oh, isn't that lovely, man? BA 925-38 in Campbell, thank you. Right, let me check my flight radar. Nice jelly, man, nice jelly. Coming off those wingtips.
coming in from Hamburg, yeah? Did you say 2953, Jerry, yeah? All right. 9253. In from Hamburg. Okay, select it. Oh wow, look at it, she's in the family livery. She's not even got a get down here and get a picture of it, folks. You could be the first to get it on Flight Radar 24. Oh yeah, that must be because the throttles are on another setting. They're on another setting. I think when we saw it in the wind, because it's got more power, the props, they're just running at a slower power setting at the moment. Now you'll see them. What, the BA jet? Oh, we'll get to number one easily, unless there's like a red arrow on at number one or something, or a curtain twitching emergency. Oh my God. Six. Oh, sorry about that. Don't want to get it to number one just yet, though. That's the thing. You want to get it to number one, though. Sort of like when she's turning on to finals. That's so don't. Well, unless of course you do want to follow her. I don't mind. You know. Should we try a little bit of manual? Do you fancy a little bit of manual? Set while in digital zoom mode. Oh, nearly had it. There you go. Perfect. I just saw a comment, Jerry, what's your... And it just shot up. The comments just went and refreshed. "22 minutes, Bob Shalvoy." Number 4 on Flight Radar, Ali Hill saying. You're wondering what we're talking about, Flight Radar. It's a radar app, folks. Really worth getting even if you're not interested in aviation, just if you've got a loved one flying somewhere, or you're flying somewhere, or any information you need to know about tracking an aircraft. It's a fantastic app, and you can get it for free as well. Obviously, like anything that costs a lot to produce and maintain, they do rely on a paid service, which some people use, but you don't have to do that just to track an aircraft. Just get ads, basically. There's a lot more. If you like it, you can pay for it, and trust me, you won't regret it. It's a great tool. It's a great app. It's the Flight Radar 24 is what you're looking for. And then all you need to do is, once you've downloaded it, go into the app itself, go into the top, into the search bar, and type in BEA 2953, is it? Or 9253? 9253. Oh yeah, we've got some flu, folks. Looking very. Oh yeah. Steep climb for a 380, I've got to be honest with you. DGP Media. It's a brand new aeroplane, BA 9253, being delivered to British Airways from the Hamburg assembly lines with Airbus. Straight into service. Keep an eye on her if you want to, folks, because I almost guarantee that she'll be flying tomorrow. Indeed, 380 does have some serious wing flex. 204 driver, welcome back, mate. Not going to get much good light for her, I think. Actually, a bit of funk there. Was that a bit of funk there? Yeah. I don't know, we'll see. She just realised, Julie, look. She came. Her mummy was. Yeah. She's all out with her little zoomies, little zoomies. Look. Yeah, she just made a little. Oh, look at you going all the way over here, mate. Hey, oh, brave. Whee, look at you. Oh, bless. Sorry, mate. We got a 777 coming in, you beautiful little thing, you. Frankie Dascom. Is it Frankie Dascom? Yeah! Oh yeah, a little bit of vortex coming off the wingtip there. Well, actually on the outer flap. Look at the vortex coming off the elevator, off the ailerons, the inboard section of the ailerons, or the outboard section of the outboard flap, if you see what I mean. For those cornered points. Oh wow, nice, man. 204 driver told my friend that's not into aviation at all, but does travel a lot. Put Flight Radar on her phone to help with her travels. There we go. Somebody just saying studying for my Frankie Dascombe. There we go. $4.99 super chat from Frankie saying, sat at home studying air law for one of my commercial pilot exams while watching the show. Great show so far. Keep up the great work. That is brilliant. Air law. Interesting. Very interesting that. So for the commercial pilot's license, the CPL, mate, you're well on your way. I'm telling you, you're well on your way to from that point of the CPL. You can within a year, I reckon you could be. It depends on your. CPL, and then is it instrument rating, and then your ATPL, which remains frozen until you are employed, I think, something like that. If you go and fly with, if an airline will potentially look at hiring you once you've passed their sim tests, which can be quite hardcore. You just got to be strong and go through that. There's a lot of people who fail at that stage, but you can go back and do it again. Of course you can. You just got to work on your sim, and that's why there are companies that hire out sims for half decent money, so you can bring up your hours and just and official sims as well, which is sort of like you can logbook them, so to speak. See you, Karina. Worth doing, Jennifer Bailey. Down near Gatwick at Hawley, who had that 737 sim. Yeah, he's obviously still going. See how the elevators shake from the disturbed air. Reverser air obviously being blown sideways and then out over the wing, and then that gets disrupted by the ground spoilers, and then that very disrupted turbulent air passes over the elevators, well, horizontal stabilizers, and that's why they shake like they do. Did you say it was Riyadh on the 30th of October, Jilly, yeah? 26th, wow, we've got to get on that, haven't we? That kind of throws Atlanta, a spanner in the works with Atlanta, doesn't it? Peace. Oh my goodness me, Air Peace, what, 777? Is that Air Peace 777? It is, I saw it at Gatwick, man, parked up next to me. It's from like Angola or something like that, in Nigeria or something. EGPX BA9253 next to 6 out, I'm hearing. So let's just have a look on Flight Radar and see where she's out in terms of her approach pattern. Okay, just pulling onto, well, not quite onto the back of the stack, but Still at 6,000 feet, 199 knots. Still quite fast, isn't it? Wow. Who's that one, Jilly? No, talking about the flight radar probably. How do I see where it's press more info, yeah? And where does it say where it is on flight radar? Number 3 worldwide. Come on, folks. Come on now. Nigeria, that's it. Yeah, I did say Nigeria, didn't I? Or did I say Lagos? I said Nigeria or something like that, yeah. Yeah, it's a banging livery, mate. That's a special... Obviously, that's... yeah, it's a great livery, but that must be on... I'd imagine, because that is a lease company that runs, isn't it? Air Peace. I think they're... Okay, so is this going to be a regular service for a while then, is it? This 777, the Air Peace. Oh yeah. Number 2 worldwide. Come along now. Hold on, everybody. I think. Let me just see. I can't see her position whilst on that page. Come out of that. Okay, she is now. She's 5 out. She's number 1. We got it, folks. Got a helicopter. Sort of like... Oh, really now? Cool. Oh, yeah, look at the jelly, man. You see the vortex mixing with the exhaust. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's her. That's her pulling into the back right now. So it's been known about for quite some time then. Oh wow. Oh wow. That is funny, man. No one's mentioned that. And I do read Simple Flying as well. Well, snippets from it, you know. That's funny. EGPX number 3 to land. Yeah, wow. And it is a banging livery, man. It's a bit like the old Angolan livery. It's Angola, isn't it? The old 777 that we used to see at Madrid. Or was it Lisbon? Might have been Lisbon. Yes, Lisbon, yeah. Yeah. It does have a very sort of like, you know, it's not new and not old, if you know what I mean. It's like, it's kind of like it's not retro. But it's, anyway, it's a great livery. Graham T, £5 super chat, mate. Sorry to hear you were unwell a few months back, Jerry. I hope you're better now. Much better. Thank you, Graham T. Appreciate it. Phil Robson, how long does it take to build the 321 from start to finish? Well, in terms of assembling it, Phil, as long as all the components are there, a week. As long as all the components are there. I mean, in the time that it takes to come through, maximum of 4 weeks for the assembly of a when all the components are there. Like I say, engines are there. All the components are brought together on the assembly line. So wings, empennage, all that section comes pre-assembled. So what you've got to do is literally connect it, and they're so good at doing it nowadays. You can assemble one of these in under a month, I would have said. However, from order through to delivery is a different thing. It can be as much as 7 years. But the actual assembly of the aircraft, unless it's sitting like a lot of them are at Airbus and Boeing as gliders with no engines, but that doesn't really warrant when it comes to the assembly of the aircraft. This is her now. Is this her now? Aaron Thomas, 2 new 321 Neos back to back. Is that right, Julie? He said Aaron Thomas, 2 new A321s, 321 Neos back to back. Oh, look how sparkly she is, man. First landing at London Heathrow, man. And now she'll go on to be a proper workhorse. Probably straight into service tomorrow, I would have thought. Jeff in Mass. There are up to 6 Delta 321s at Amsterdam with no engines. Delta 321s, wow! Oh, look at this beautiful bird, man. Oh, wow. 6 Delta 321s at Amsterdam with no engines. That's horrendous. So they've gone tech in Amsterdam, or have they specifically done that so that they can cut down on the cost? Because but it's Pratt & Whitney, innit? So the engines are going back to America, aren't they, or are they, or are there companies that have now been certified to fix the Pratt & Whitney geared turbofan? I wonder. I know I was reading a while back that there were apparently a couple of companies that were trying for, because there are a lot of repair facilities out there, folks, that work on specific types of engines, CFM 56, but aircraft on ground operations. Some of them do, some of them just have a spares inventory and interesting. So those aircraft, he's saying, were hold on a minute. Yeah, wow. So the aircraft were delivered from Airbus to Amsterdam. The engines were removed and shipped to America because they are not subject to tariffs, but the aircraft are. Oh my goodness me. That's terrible. Onkar Singh, £20 super chat. Thank you, Onkar. David Canard, these are new ones. They've taken the engines off and shipped to USA as they originate from there, so no tariffs. Oh my God, that's terrible. Can you imagine if you're the CEO of wow. I'd be banging on his door, mate. What are you doing to the aviation industry, man? You can't do that. Where did that info come from? I mean, it's speculation, isn't it? We don't know for sure, but insane if that is the case. I can't imagine why there would be. It's either that or the Pratt & Whitney engines have been torn off and said, and they've stored them there. Why they're at Delta do have quite I wouldn't say big operation out there, but they have a decent sized operation out in at Schiphol, don't they? But wow, that's an understatement, William. Bloomberg, eh? Plane info, Trooper Bloomberg. US shortage. Is that score and 24 on costing? Thank you. Another £20 note going in. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. David Jones, it is true. Wow. Is able to avoid a 10% tariff on the new Airbus aircraft in Europe by Oh, okay, so it's a bit of a tactical ploy, is it? Removing the engines and having them delivered without the engine. Well, they can't do that, obviously. Hold on a minute, I'm a little bit confused. How do they get them to America then? Bring the engines back or something? Hayden Campbell, by installing the new European-sourced engines. Delta can put these grounded US planes back into service faster while awaiting a resolution to the issues with the original engines. Oh, okay. Right, so the European engines, the Pratt & Whitney gear turbo, so it's to do with the gear turbo fans. Nothing to do with tariffs then. So the European, is there a European assembly plant for the GTF then? And if that's the case, are there engines in the Group 1 or Group A? The problem is the sourcing of product, raw materials for the suppliers. The supply chain is what's hurting the industry right now, both from the airframers' point of view and also for the engine manufacturers as well. But it doesn't help look at British Airways, for example. Are they happy that they chose the LEAP engine over the GTF? Anyone who chose it are rubbing their hands together at the moment, because some airlines are going bust, mate. I mean, I know that Spirit Airlines filed for bankruptcy last year, or prior to this, they were having financial difficulties before the gear turbofan issue came along, I think, Spirit. But this whole business with the gear turbofan plays, as far as I'm concerned, quite a big part in the demise of Spirit, because a lot of their aircraft were grounded. I mean, Wizz, I believe, am I right in saying it's 20%? See you, Chris Clark. Melanie L, good evening to you. Finally back from another hard day at the chalk face. LX2259 just read that Delta used to fly their new 350 to Tokyo first, let them sit there for 2 weeks and fly them as a scheduled flight to the States. Then the aircraft is not considered new to avoid tariffs. Brilliant! Wow, what about that? Thank you for that info, LX2259. What a way to dodge the tax, man. Yeah. Did you read that, Julie? That's a bit like having an aircraft registered offshore and all that, isn't it? It's what in the Cayman Islands and all that. I think most of them do anyway, but... Oh, right. I don't remember reading that then. Oh, okay, interesting. So we filmed one going out to Toulouse, but going to Narita, and we couldn't figure it out. But no one, I don't think, actually told us the reason why. So LX2259, thank you for that. Oh, okay. Right. Wow. Jeff and Mass, no one knew there would be issues with the LEAPs. No one knew there would be issues with the Pratt & Whitneys either. No one knew there would be issues with the LEAPs. There are a few. I mean, there have been a few issues with the LEAPs, but nothing anywhere near. LEAPs have had any major issues. It might have had a few teething problems post-delivery or something. Certainly nothing on the size of the groundings of like fleets, almost sort of like a quarter of a fleet being out of action. That costs, not only that, but Pratt & Whitney are having to pay a huge amount of compensation to airlines as well, like millions and hundreds of millions, and also having to fix the engines, and crazy. I think it's bigger. Potentially, is it bigger than the Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 issue that happened just before COVID? They were lucky for COVID, because obviously, most of the aircraft were grounded anyway during COVID. What was that? Somebody said was that. Andy Gabriel Powell, yes, indeed. Delta going all Airbus for their fleet. I think eventually they're going to phase out their 737 fleets and go with 321s. Neos, they've got 330s and 350s, of course. So they're going all Airbus. Another £10 super chat, mate. Thank you, Darren Emerton. Big Project TV membership. Thank you, mate. Ian Leslie Macaulay, airlines reportedly pursuing this strategy to address an engine shortage and avoid aircraft import tariffs. It is able to ship the Pratt & Whitney US manufactured engines without importing tariffs. That makes sense. So, getting back to what I was asking, is there a European source of the Pratt & Whitney GTF engine? Is there an assembly facility in Europe? But then somebody said sourcing the European Pratt & Whitney engines to avoid tariffs. I don't quite Are they maybe thinking of doing the same thing with the with those 321s as they did with the 350s? Take the engines off, then re-engine them, and by the time they re-engine them, they are classified as not new and therefore can operate. It couldn't be an operator service from Schiphol to Atlanta, could they? They'd have to hop, wouldn't they? Anya H, good evening to you. Penny Haskins, hello. Oh, 777 Lenny saying that they had a decent sized order for Max 10's Delta. Maybe they've... I certainly know that they're going all wide-body Airbus. They may be a mix of Boeing and Airbus on their single-aisle domestic routes. Lime, it's getting dark, mate. Wow, nice. Andy Gabriel Powell saying, interesting fact, Rolls-Royce aircraft engines are exempt from US tariffs due to the amount in use. Oh, okay, yeah, because of the amount of operators using them out there, I'm guessing. But mind you, yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, American use the old Rolls-Royce Trent 8. Yeah, it is, yeah. But the Trent A330, yes, the Trent 7000, the A330-300 and the 200 and the Trent 7000, of course, on the Airbus 339. Yes. I think some of the... right saying that the 717 is they're getting rid of all of those, aren't they, in favour of the 220. I don't know if the 717 is powered by a Rolls-Royce engine, I'm not sure. But of course, don't forget also, I think Rolls-Royce are quite pally-pally with America because they're re-engining all of the B-52 fleet, aren't they? That's a massive contract. Same engine that goes on like the back of the Gulfstream or something like that, but 6 of the bleeding things. 8, sorry. Rohit Parkal, if I were in your place streaming, my feet would be killing me within the first hour, sorry. Yeah, well, just get on with it. I mean, luckily my feet aren't killing me. Because I wear Skechers, mate, that's why. Trust me, if I was standing here in any other shoe, I guarantee my feet would be aching right now. I can almost guarantee it, having worn other shoes before. Nothing better than Skechers, especially for the elderly folk. Leslie Massey, just got to 65,007 planes in it. Okay, and out of those 65 are how many A320 neos or modern jets? Mind you, when they say inactive, Leslie, they also mean stored as well. A lot of, of those 65, there may be a percentage of them that are stored as well. Jordan Shan, Gulfstream and Bombardier both using Rolls-Royce for their new aircraft engines. Too many issues with the Pratt & Whitney engines, G500 and 600. There we go, you see. So I think they're quite pally-pally with Rolls-Royce, and they've sort of like, turned a blind eye. Yeah, go on, bring it in, son. You didn't see me, right? Thomas A400 over the top. I'm not going to see that, Aidan, I'm afraid. Must have very different feet then, I don't know. I've never heard of feet health or anything. I mean, don't do anything special to me feet. I used that Ian Botham thing before. The old flying saucer. I don't know whether it does any good or it doesn't, but from time to time when I've had a particularly eventful trip away, for example, when I come back, because my overseas shows is like 7 hours sometimes, maybe even longer, obviously with little breaks in between, but a lot of standing around, which I love, man. The time goes so quick. I ain't got time to think about me knees and me feet and stuff. Just enjoying it too much. See you, Michael Jackerman. Mark Asham, Cathay 777-8 incident Anchorage, October 5th. Oh, interesting. What's that then? Wallop. All I can say is, whatever you wear and you think are fantastic, go to a Skechers store and try a pair on. I'm not saying buy them, but or even order them on Amazon. Bring them in and then try them on and then send them back if you don't like them. But I can guarantee you won't. Paul Skinning, £5 super chat. Thank you very much indeed. It's always funny that I hear other people who wear other types of shoes and they're really comfortable. Well, maybe that's the case and you would stick with them. But I wouldn't trust anything else other than me Skechers. Even my boots, my steel toe cap boots are Skechers, for crying out loud. Phil Springle, been lurking. Got friends over. You in the toilet then, Phil? No, nothing there, no? Oh, blimey, Rohit Park up. Walking from the airport entrance to the gate is an ordeal for me. Well, yeah, it depends on which airport you're at, but I know what you mean. There's some particularly long walks at airports in general. Sometimes, like in Seattle, where you have to go downstairs, catch the train, and then Miami, where you have to catch the train and walk to the car rental place. Yeah, there's all sorts of there you go, Melanie. William, $4.99 super chat. I would seriously, if I was an airline CEO, I would say, right, I want everyone. I want contact Skechers, so if they're interested in doing us a deal for our cabin crew, because the shoes cabin crew wear look very, very uncomfortable, man. Really like tight leather with plasticky sort of like, you know, horrible looking things, man. Poor people stand on their feet all day long, you know, or all night long, or whatever it is, walking up and down the cabin. No, I would say put them all in Skechers, because you'd make them happy if you did that, part of the uniform. I've got a couple of pairs. Mate, these boots I'm wearing, I've had them for a good 4 years now, I reckon. And they're great. They've worn perfectly, man. Anyway, whatever. See me Skechers? Skechers. See, when people think of Skechers, yeah, they think of trainers. No. Old man shoes, but they're boots. Look, they're boots. Look. Look. Oh, nice. Whatever. Sorry, folks. For God's sake. Jeff in Mass. No, you're all right, Andy. Thanks, mate. Been wearing Skechers for years, mate. I'm not interested in. I'm sure they're very comfortable, but no. And I've never heard of them before either. But I'm sure they're very comfortable. Bigfoot TV. Yeah, Morgan, they are. They're comfortable. Boots. And I tell you what, spray a bit of waterproofing on them, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Obviously not, you know, obviously shower-proof. What an absolute shower! Right, okay, I'm going to go for this setting. Sorry about that. Well, people would think that, I understand, but no, I'm not interested in being sponsored, folks. I mean, if they want to send me a few pairs of shoes, then yeah, fine, but I'm not going to be doing the big sort of like, this show is brought to you by Skechers. People know I wear Skechers. Oh, Skechers? Almost everybody who watches Big Jet TV regularly knows that I wear Skechers. Anyway, there we go. They're not old people's shoes. Russell wear China 777 from Peking now on finals. Like it. This time of night it's going to sound fantastic. Oh, nicely recovered, young person. Oh, Mr. Sir. Wow. Bob Chalvoy, sunset roughly 20 minutes. Meow, trust me, you will not be disappointed by trying Skechers. Change your life, man, I'm telling you. Changed my life, wearing bloody leather shoes, all, you know, with me Blakey's in them and everything when I was working in the city and all that, clippity-clop and all that. Ruined me feet, that did. Well, that and racing motorcycles. And mountain bikes. But, yeah, took a right hammering. First time I tried a Skecher on, man. That was it. I think that would have been around about when I started Big Jet TV, you know. Because I thought, bloody hell, if I'm going to be standing up for all this time, I'm going to need a nice comfy pair of shoes. Actually, you know what? I had already got Skechers by then. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, most hospital workers I see actually wear Skechers. Anyway, Squirrel, good evening. Sue. Rainy Day Rose, they're not expensive anymore. Skechers used to be expensive, but they're not expensive anymore. In fact, there's a sale on apparently on Amazon at the moment. But if you go overseas, if you're ever lucky enough to go overseas, you can. They usually got Skechers outlet. They're not expensive. Yeah. Well, if you're going to buy a pair of trainers, then consider it, is what I'm saying. Because there are lots of options. It's not just one pair. Okay, there we go. Linda Series. Yeah, Hodgie was a case study. I don't know if it actually helped him, man. But oh, there we go. Oh, that's great to hear, Hodgie, man, because he used to struggle big time, man. There we go. There's a perfect Hodgie, thanks to you, a few years ago, had issues with my feet. He was in a terrible state, poor old Hodgie. And then I did tell him, I said, try Skechers. And they've obviously worked. All positive, apart from a few people who maybe aren't positive about it. But you know, before you take anyone's advice and who says worst shoes you can get, you know, for if you've got a bad back, that's not someone who knows about. Obviously doesn't like Skechers or something, but how can you not recommend that probably the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn if you've got a bad back or any type of back problem or knee problem or ankle problem or foot problem or whatever it might be. And we're right, there are Skechers. Anyway, stop Skechers talk. Is that J.Y. White is a brand new member? Or should I say J. White? How you doing, J.Y.? Pilots do the same thing, J-Mank. Appear to wear very uncomfortable looking leather shoes, don't they? I think that's company policy within airlines. But like I said, I would definitely have my cabin crew and flight crews wearing a comfortable shoe. Simon Gardner has gifted a channel membership. Thanks, mate. I mean, you know, smart casual, innit, these days. People wear suits with white trainers. I do, you know. Apart from when I went and met the Prime Minister. Even they were Skechers, though. Smart Skechers. LFC Ian, yeah. No sketches talk. John O'Godley, good day to you. Another 777 behind it, Aaron Thompson. I got it, Aaron, thank you. Stauffer Aerial, loving the shots. Thank you, Stauffer. Look at that beautiful cloud base in the back, in the distance there. Almost looks mountainous, doesn't it? Isn't that beautiful, man? It's a 200ER. This looks like she's got Rolls-Royce engines on her. Let's not talk flaps, my God. That wore me out, did that conversation, did I tell you? And everyone else, I think. Slotted. Louise DeLyon, Lewis DeLyon, US dollars, $20, super chat. Put this in your shoe. I stand for Big Jet TV. Thank you, Lewis. It's like a painting, isn't it, Morgan? Fowler sketches. I have cheekily hidden in my pocket here a bounty. Come on now. First time on a 777, wow. Kaz, I'm afraid you've missed it. Saying Saudi 787 tail removed to prevent stress on the airframe from wind when they start fixing it. So Boeing are fixing it here then. Wow. an interesting sort of like. Very much they're going to put it in any kind of a jig or anything, are they? It's going to be it's going to be on the ground repair. I doubt they'll have to. The only thing I can think of is that they're potentially going to, if they're worried about wind shifting the aircraft, then that would only be applicable when if the aircraft's undercarriage was either removed or the entire assembly was lifted on stands. But then that would still, the wind would still hit the fuselage side, wouldn't it? That would be not the sort of thing you want to do outside, is it? Put an aircraft on stands. So I don't quite understand that. I don't really understand that. Lateral stresses I can understand if there's high winds and you're trying to fix something, but the tail fin depends on where the damage is, doesn't it? Because I was led to believe that the damage was just around the door, around the L4 door, is it? And Etihad about 30 minutes away. It's going to be close towards the That's me cable arrived. Or it might be my fuzzy, my fluffy mitts for the. Yeah. See you, Susan. All the best. Finless. What? On what? On what, GP? Oh, really? Okay, cool. Aaron Thomas, yes, indeed. Margaret Burnett, Heidi Heffington. Thank you, Heidi. Danny Brink, runway lights almost looking like they're sticking out like 10 centimeters. Yes, exactly, they do, don't they? They are slightly raised, the runway lights. That's why when you bang on the centre line, you know about it because you get not particularly in that order. Is it? cloud busting. Look at the wing on that thing, man. It's a 787 where you can sometimes see the joins, the segments, the fuselage segments that are pieced together literally. Sometimes it's just a little bit more evident on some 787s. Lelo, $20. Jerry Gilly, you're providing the top speed. Thank you, Lelo. That's very kind of you. Nice. Weight on wheel sensors. See you, Melanie. There's lots. Oh yeah, look at that sky. Tomorrow's world. I think. See you, Avro. Oh, there's some great videos. Great videos and great documentaries on Concorde. Many of them. Just Google it or YouTube it. And some great short videos as well. There's one of departure out of New York where they turn sharp left. It's just fantastic at low altitude as well, literally gear up, sharp left for noise regulations and all that. And then Raymond Baxter, not only an awesome presenter, hello and welcome, he was a great air show presenter as well for BBC, and also a Spitfire pilot, believe it or not, Raymond Baxter. Hello there and good evening. Amazing sky, lovely colours, Morgan. Mark Perry. Pleasure, whatever it is, mate. Oh yeah. I'm going to be driving home in the dark, mate. I'm going to be driving home in the dark. Oh, so. Hello, Alan. Used to be like that in the hundreds of years. Pink sky at night, isn't it? It's not the pollutant in the I don't know, man. What I just say? It's just the particle, whatever it is. It's been like that for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, long before we came along. Come on, Kevin. over Jamaica Bay, New York City, J-Mank, that's it. Carnegie turn, there we go. Like the old Kai-Tak. Here we go. British Airways from Boston now arriving, 200ER, Craig Russell, thank you. One of the old fleet. Oh, he was a rally driver as well, Jamesy, was he? Oh. Well, I never. Simon Harding has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Simon. X-Rock Radio News. We would like to thank Mr. Simon Gardner for the membership. Very kind, and we're very grateful. X-Rock Radio News. That is very nice of you for coming in and thanking Simon Gardner as well. What a lovely thing to do. If you have been, I mean, obviously, I appreciate that when people are gifted membership, they're not actually on the feed. So, you know, it's not going to happen all the time. But I love it when people come in to say thank you. Really appreciate that. Alpha Echo, Carnegie Climb did it in a Virgin 346, felt so weird because we didn't seem to be going fast enough. Yeah, it's very tight, isn't it? Very quick. And on Concorde, my goodness me, someone videoed it on the flight deck. Craig Russell. China's Southern 787-9 now arriving. Adrian. Oh, you're joking. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Someone's watching you, man. Someone's listening in. Chile just got an email, 70% off sketches. Lance D. Atlanta, 80% off. Oh! Thanks, Lance. Hey, that's crazy, isn't it, eh? Either they're watching the show or you've got a microphone on, haven't you, or something like that. I don't know. Otherwise, it wouldn't be the case, though, would it? Otherwise, you'd get bombarded by that, you know. Well, you'd have nothing but cat food and cat litter bleeding adverts coming up, wouldn't you? Furry toys and 80% off cat toys forever or something. I don't know. Yeah, man. Hello, mate. Judge Man, wonderful pictures. Thank you, Judge Man. Oh. Bit like a lava lamp in a funny sort of way, isn't it? Peter Wright. Pete Wright, there's an Emirates 380 due in about 12 minutes. Oh, we'll get that. Don't you worry about it. We'll get it. Hey! But I am driving home in the dark, I think. There's a Carnegie approach and a Carnegie climb out, isn't there? Excuse me. Bluebird. Oh my goodness me, Aidan. It's that time of day, is it? Simon Harding would love to sit on the airfield grass. Oh, wouldn't we all, mate? Nick Gray, especially sharp pictures again today. Thank you, Nick. Ellis Chernoff watched another SpaceX launch last night. Wow. When you say you watched it, did you watch it live on the screen, or did you go to it? It's one thing I'd love to do, man, is go to a spaceship launch. Aidan Campbell, pound super chat, thanks, mate. it's okay, Jill. It's okay. We'll all get through it together. I know what you mean. Embrace it. I think you've got to embrace autumn and winter, haven't you? Just embrace it. Wow. Turn your lights down, mate. Flipping heck. Outside my house, Ellis Chernoff. Bloody hell. Wow, how far away was it, mate? Richard Groves, 99p super chat. Thank you, Richard Groves. Darren Hopping has gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you, Daniel. Darren Hopping, my apologies. Sorry, Darren, has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, mate. Blue finger. Mind that. Yeah, I think I've got everybody. I think I've got everyone. Kanazi, not Carnezy, Kanazi probably, I'd imagine. Yeah, Kanazi, I think it is, yeah. 200 miles west, Ellis Chernoff. 200 miles, and you can, wow. How far is, where's that from? Vandenberg. So they're not going out of, okay. Now, how do we know that's a Boeing, folks? Aiden M94, Etihad 380 approaching finals, thank you. But the Starlink launches parallel the West Coast, Ellis saying. Scott A, end of October. Wow. Gordy Rosenberg, the ground rumbles and shakes, especially the shuttle. You can just imagine what the big starship feels like 5 or 6 miles away. Yeah, man. Single flash, you got it, Jake. Oman Air. I thought you were going to say the battery's gone off then, mate. Oh, easy there, mate. Graham Hill has sent a big Jet TV membership. Graham, thank you, my friend. Very kind of you. Very famous name, of course. Just double check the batteries. Toddler, single flash Boeing. Mark Millard, if airlines have a shortage of planes, why are so many in storage? Are you talking about, there's obviously a lot that are in storage due to engine problems, but are you talking about at the breakers yards that we see all these aeroplanes parked up? Well, they've just they'll get used for spares. Asiana, nice. The tail's all lit up, look. Oh, mind that flare. Yeah, that was a bit steep. Oh, this could be a go around. No, he's having another go, is he? Yeah, okay, all right, hold on a minute. Keep the nose up. Yeah, okay, there we go. Ooh, wow. That was a long way down the runway, man. That's the plan, Darren. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kev Miller, thank you. Scott A. Wow. Morgan, why was Boeing one blink and Airbus two blinks on the wings? Morgan, that's just a distinguishing thing that distinguishes a Boeing from an Airbus. You know, this is an Airbus, quite clearly. The Embraer has a kind of double flash as well, but it's a very fast flash. It's either or it's 3 or something crazy like that. It's just that sort of like, you know, I don't know, because there isn't a standard flashing procedure for FAA regulations or CAA or anything like that. It's just obviously it has to get passed. Everything has to get passed in terms of aircraft design and so on and so forth. But yeah. 2 tons of love. Yes, we are aware. 2 tons of love. Andrew Foster, Etihad 380, 3 out, then 777, and then Emirates A380. Is that going to be our closeout GP? Ellis Chernoff, the old L1011 had a distinct double flash. Wow, there we go. And of course, that was Lockheed, the L1011, very famous aircraft manufacturer. Tim Rotunda, that's funny. Aircraft lighting. Ellis Chernoff, the anti-collision standards are brightness and fields of coverage. There we go. And that's what he's talking about, the anti-collision lights. Some people get it mistaken that the red lights on the upper and lower fuselage are the anti-collision. That isn't the case. It's the outboard flashers that you see there, and it's more prominent when the aircraft is in cloud as well. Looks like lightning, especially if you're on the aircraft. Airbus has no flash when Jerry's flying, as he forgets to switch them on. Very funny. Very funny. I must get... That's something that I need to sort of like become habitual on. I'm getting there. On the entry to the runway, whilst I'm calling up air traffic control, confirming that I'm ready for takeoff. That's when I put my anti-collisions on. or the strobes as they are known. Boeing 777, clearly. Of course, your navigation lights. Left for port, right for starboard. Exactly the same as on a ship. This is where that was actually brought from, was from shipping. China Eastern special livery. Saw museum written on the front. What's that all about? Nice. Shanghai Museum. Wow. Kev Miller, thank you. Rampage. Darren. It will, Darren. But rest assured that those 380s are going to be around for at least another decade, I would have said. China Lake installing a solar field for their remote communications facilities. China. Hello, big lad. On that thing, man. Wow, bit of a thump there, wasn't it? Ooh. Wow, a lot of movement on those elevators, man. There's people who remember port and starboard in different ways. The way I remember it is that port is 4 letters, starboard is longer, and therefore and left is shorter than right, so starboard is obviously on the right. I haven't explained that very well, have I? I'm hearing that this TAP livery is also special inbound. Oh, the TAP Retro 321. Love this. Sure we're going to get a good shot of it though, just based on the fact that it's dark. But yeah, beautiful jet this, man. One of my favourite retro liveries. Well, probably apart from BEA, but BEA looking very sorry at the moment. This is a great livery, man. Nice subtle bit of vortex there. It was quite nice, wasn't it? Big old wedge over there of cloud, look. Look at that. Did you timestamp BA2953, whatever it was, Julie? Kaz has looked for it everywhere, can't find it. Be streaming for about another 12 minutes, David. Blimey. Thank you, Andy. Yeah. No, but the reason I remember it is because port and starboard, the word port is short, right, and starboard is long, and left is shorter than right. Just about. I know, but anyway, whatever. Oh, okay. Green fingers, I wonder, Jerry, do all Airbus have one tail light and all Boeing have two? I don't think all Boeing have two, you know. The Airbus, obviously, the 777, the 787 obviously has the twin tail lights, but I don't think... even the 787 MAX, the 787 MAX might have them, but I don't think the 777's got dual tail lights, does it? Left is 4 letters, port is 4 letters. There we go. Thank you, Peter Stewart. That's what I was trying to get to. Dave Cleary, Friday night will be the next sim show. Isn't that beautiful, folks, eh? First. Oh, Stoneman JD Stone, thank you. Apparently the latest update on GSX Pro fixes yes, thank you. I know, man, I haven't done it in the last school, blimey, yeah. But also Phoenix as well. I've got to update the Phoenix, haven't I? Does that automatically update when I update Microsoft Flight Sim 2020? It doesn't, does it? Okay. okay, because apparently that's fixed all those issues where you've got to put your wind direction and speed in, your QNH, your maximum, your takeoff weight, which is always around about 65 tons anyway. But anyway, it just saves you having to do all of that. But I don't mind doing it. I quite like looking up on my phone current METAR at London Heathrow or the destination from where I am going. Yeah, I don't mind doing it, to be honest with you. It's another bit that you've got to learn, isn't it? Rather than having it sort of like all handed to you on the plate. Say 787 Max, Gary Lyons, sorry, 737 Max, of course. It's been a long day. Update through the installer. Thank you, Stone Man. That is on the... I did, yeah. No, don't sing it, because I haven't got it, even though I know what you're talking about. Kev been having their dinner on a stable diet. Franklin NZE travelling recently, I noticed that a lot of A380s parked with their flaps still fully deployed at the gates instead of retracted. Interesting, Franklin. I can't really reason on that one. Because standard procedure is always to, oh, hello, Mooney. Standard procedure is always to raise the flaps after landing, and he's peeking out, look, he's peeking out, hello. After landing and or taxiing to gate. If anything, I've never experienced, in all my years of flying, I've never experienced an aircraft retracting its flaps at a gate. That's very odd. And you're saying a number of A380s. Are you sure they're not stored A380s? Thank you, Sean Longdon. Martin Kelk. He's very English, you know. Harvest Moon. It is Harvest Moon, isn't it? Well, I was talking about garage and garage earlier on. I really didn't understand that. I've got a spare set in me garage, mate. In your what? In me garage. What's a garage? Where I've parked my car on. Oh, you mean your garage? Well, not really. Yeah. Nice Eva jet, man. Phil Wheaton. Nice warm downwash there from that triple, I tell you. Franklin, 100% active 380. Where are you from, Franklin? I mean, of course, you know, an Englishman would say garage. My garage, whereas they say garage in America, don't they? Whatever. Yeah. Someone earlier on reading aviation law. studying for their PPL, I think. I had no idea that you had exams with your PPL, which included aviation law. Look, he's got a dodgy tail like that one. Excuse me, sir, would you mind just turning the engine off, please, sir? Oh, okay, officer. What seems to be the problem? Well, did you know that you got a light out on the back of your aeroplane? Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to check that tomorrow. Well, we'll let it go for the time being, sir, but make sure you get it fixed now. Good night. Good night. Shame we got the moon. Shame we got the cloud there, mate. I've got to be honest with you. Because we really got a great shot of the old moon. Moon shadow, moon shadow. You right there, mate? It's a beautiful moon, isn't it, man? Look how... Wow, harvest moon, isn't it? What do they call it harvest moon? It's way past harvest time, isn't it? What harvest? Oh, okay. Sorry, it's 2 days ago. Right, okay. I thought it was in the summertime when you harvested. Nice. Okay. No, not really. I thought it was. Okay. Oh yeah, it was in the. No. See, that's how your lights should be working. So someone's fitted a dodgy bulb or something, haven't they? Tony Rivers. Car point, car point, car point. Actually, it's more like carport, isn't it? Eagle Atlanta was still harvesting jalapeno peppers from our garden. I know it's jalapeno. Or jalapeno, I should say. But somebody called it jalapeno, didn't they? Once. So leery, the moon looked like the Batman logo then. Now, what we got? What we got? I've got to go shopping, mate. Yeah, but that was a little bit early. We're up to 4 now, so look at that, man. When? Okay. No. Right, folks, thanks everybody. You've been great once again. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping everybody else company. We'll be back on Friday. Oh, actually, we might be doing... Yeah, Friday. Yes, Friday. We'll see you on Friday for the Sim Challenge. And haven't figured out exactly what I'm doing yet, but we'll work something out. But thank you, everybody. Look after yourselves. And thank you for everybody who's gifted membership. Thank you to everybody who's involved with the chat as well, because that connectivity is great between our members and viewers. That's what brings people to Big Jet TV, and that's that wonderful community that we have. Thank you so much. Thank you to all our mods. Thanks, Chili. And thank you to you lot. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you on Friday if we don't see you before. Cheers, bye.